Perez, 2024. I saw this film on streaming at a friend's house, and it was a choice of one of two films, as my friend had suggested another film, also in a language other than English. But we opted for this film, even though I think this was the longer film. I guess we had enough time to spare to actually watch the whole film. It's about 132 minutes. I find films that are well over 2 hours very difficult to watch. Usually my concentration starts to flag. I talked about some films like Killers of the Flower Moon. I've talked to friends who've watched it on streaming and had the choice that way to watch it in a couple of sittings, and I think I'd prefer that to watching it in the cinema. And because I saw Emilia Perez on streaming, it was possible to have a break in the middle. I think intermissions are the way forward when anything's well over 2 hours. Why not? It used to happen in UK cinemas, and it does happen for South Asian films. One film I saw very recently did have an intermission, The Buckingham Murders. I really want to review that at some point too. Now, my thoughts on this film. It was pretty fascinating. It had some twists which I wasn't expecting. When you are watching a film on streaming at home or at a friend's home, unlike at the cinema, you can pause and you can reflect on what you think might be about to happen, how the film will progress. It's interesting after seeing so many films to see if there's any sense of predictability or formula in a film, because in a way that often lets a film down. But with this film, although there were some similarities to films I've seen in the past, it wasn't like anything I have seen before, not directly. And I don't think I'll mention those films in this review simply because I don't want to give away spoilers about anything about it. And the whole point is I've now got a second channel set up called Cali Seconds. Maybe I should have called it Cali Spoilers. I can discuss all the details of a film on that channel rather than here, and I can keep this a much cleaner review site where I'll be ultra cautious about not revealing spoilers, saying very little about a plot of a film here. Now this stars Zoe Saldana, and she's a lawyer, and she works in Mexico City, and there's murder cases that she deals with and femicides. About 2009, I came across a book back when Borders still existed in this country. Borders Bookshop, I think they existed a lot longer in the USA. I came across a book which I found really horrifying. It was about all the women who have been murdered in Mexico. And that summer, 2009, I went with a friend to California. My friend was really keen to go south of the border into Mexico. And I felt really reticent because of what I'd read, and also the warnings I got from Californians about being very careful about going to Tijuana at that time. Mexico City is the main location in this film, but it does globetrot a little bit. Bangkok, Tel Aviv, mainly because the lawyer is trying to set something up. Her latest client has huge demands. She needs to keep these secret. She's very discreet, very professional. She's one of the main protagonists, but there are some other key characters. A cartel baron, and there's the wife of this cartel boss. Right, I'm not going to say much more. I've now just watched the trailer. There's a lot of hype for it, movie of the year, lots of positive reviews. And I would say it is really good. I had some questions throughout. I mean, one thing about it, there's a musical element, and I found that a bit difficult to take. How can you make a film that involves violence and murders and stuff like that and then break into songs? I suppose I compared it a bit with West Side Story, and there's violence in that as well, and inequality and all sorts of other subjects do come up. You see a load of cleaners at the start when Rita is complaining about her lot, and then all of the cleaners burst into song. And that's just the nature of musicals. But this is a musical thriller, and I'm not really used to that. And so I found that a bit more difficult. I think I will be reviewing this on my Callie Seconds channel as well. So then I can be clear about the synopsis and the plot in much more detail. I could do with seeing this a second time, but I only saw it yesterday, so it'll be a while before I see it again. But I'm going to score this 8.75. It's pretty good. It's a bold film. I thought, really? Great acting, really good acting all round. I'd really love to know what other people think. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Thanks if you subscribe to this. Please hit the like, ring that bell for notifications. I hope to see you again on here soon. Thank you. Bye for now.